This is Module 4. Let's see. Module 4, Lesson 16. There's only one line passing through a given point with a given slope. Here we're going to use similar triangles to demonstrate that the slope of the line is the same no matter which points on the line are used to calculate slope. And we're going to graph some of these lines just like we have been doing. Okay, this is in the workbook. This is on page 209. It says, examine each of the graphs and their equations below. Identify the coordinates of the points where the lines intersect the y-axis. And also, we're going to find the slope and the y-intercept. This is pretty easy to do, okay? Now look, first off, whoops, let me get that off there for you. First off, we're going to identify the y-intercept, the b and the m. A linear equation is y is equal to mx plus b. This is whenever we are dealing with the slope-intercept form. B is your y-intercept. B is the y-intercept. It's where it crosses the y-axis. M is the slope. Okay. Now, it's pretty easy to see right here what it is. Y is equal to mx plus b. What is our b? B is 3. What is our slope? 1/2. Okay, let's check that on the line. Where is this crossing the y-intercept, the y-axis? Because here's the y-axis. It's crossing at 3. See, there's your b. Actually, that's the point 0b. In this case, that would be 0, 3. Now let's find the slope. Well, we can use any of these places where the point is where coordinate grids meet, grid lines meet. See, I got a point here and point here. Let's try that one. We draw our right triangle. Up 1 over 2. The slope is 1 over 2 because we know that slope is rise over run, which is change in y over change in x, right? We're going up 1 over 2. Slope is 1 over 2. Now look, I need to make sure you see that you can actually do this on any set of the coordinates, any set of points in here, you will get the same slope. Because essentially all you're doing is you would be using similar triangles. What if I did the same thing for slope, but I decided to do it from here to this point? Okay, let's draw our right triangle. Okay, see now both of these triangles, the red one and the blue one, have their hypotenuse as this line that we're looking for the slope of, right? So what we're doing is we are looking for the slope on this line. Slope is rise over run, so let's do it on this one. We're rising 1, 2, 3, so we're going up 3, and we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. We're going over 6. Our slope would be rise over run 3 over 6. Now, look, what we're dealing with is we're dealing with two triangles that are similar. The red triangle is similar to the blue triangle. Notice I can use any set of points I want to. And when I reduce this 3 over 6, I've got 1/2. The slope is the same no matter what triangle I use, okay? And I know the angles, remember we can even prove that these are similar triangles. Remember we can prove that triangles are similar using angle similarity. If I have two angles that are congruent, two sets of angles that are congruent, this angle is congruent to that one. Those are both right angles. These two angles up here are both congruent to each other because they're physically the same angle, right? Okay, so I know these two triangles are similar by angle similarity. Similar triangles, if you got similar triangles, we're actually showing that you can use the points on the line and you will wind up with the same slope by using similar triangles, okay? Now, the rest of these, we're just going to worry about where's the y-intercept and what's the slope. What's the y-intercept here? The b. Here's our y-axis. Where does it cross it? It crosses right here. And what number is that at? Let's see, that would be at negative 1, 2, 3. Is that -3? Nope. Sorry, here's the y-axis. Here's the origin, sorry. This is the y-axis still. Okay, and where's our point that it crosses? Right here. What point's that at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's at 7, okay? Our B is 7. What is our slope? What's our rise over our run? Well, if we draw our right triangle here, we always draw a right triangle. We find 2 points that are on grid line. See how that one's perfectly on a grid line, and so is that one. Slope is rise over run. How many am I going down? I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went down 6, and I go over 1, 2 in the positive direction 2. So my slope would be -6 over 2. -6 divided by 2 is -3. My slope is -3. Okay? I will get the same answer for the slope no matter what set of points I chose. What if I chose this point and that point? Draw my right triangle, and I'm going down 3 and over 1. My slope is still -3 over 1, which is -3. So see, I can get the same slope no matter what set of points I use, and these will be similar triangles. Okay? For the rest of these guys, we're just simply going to find the y-intercept and the slope. If I'm looking at this one, y is equal to mx plus b. My b is -2. My my slope is -2 over 3. Let's check and see if this is right. Here's my origin, and here's my y-axis. Where's this crossing over at? -2, just as we said. And my slope, well, let's see what we get. Rise over run. I'm going down 2, and I'm going in the positive direction on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3. Okay? My slope's -2 over 3. Yep. This one, it shows it here. And we are trying to make sure that we know what these are. My b is -4, because see, y is equal to mx plus b, and that's the same as a plus a -4. So my b is -4. My m is 5. Okay? So where's my b? It's where it crosses the y-axis. Here it is at -1, 2, 3, 4. There's my b. And then here's another point. I can draw my right triangle to find my slope. We draw our right triangle from one point to the other. And rise over run would be, I'm rising 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went up 5 and over 1. My slope is 5. Okay, perfect. This is on page 211, where they ask you to graph this equation and name the slope and y-intercept. Well, if our equation is y is equal to mx plus b, our y-intercept is 1. Our slope, our m, is 2/3. Okay, so let's plot this. We begin at 1 on the y-axis, and then our slope is 2/3. Our rise over our run. That means we're going to rise 2 from here, go up 2, and then go in the positive direction 3, right? Remember, on the x-axis, this is the positive direction, that's the y. On the y-axis, this is positive, and this is negative. So now I've got 2 points there. All I've got to do is draw the line between them. There we go. We graphed it. On page 123, they want us to graph this one, name the slope and the y-intercept. If this is our line, y is equal to mx plus b. Our b is -2. Our m is -3/4. Okay, so on the b, we go on the y-axis, we go down to -2. And now our slope is -3/4, so we're going down 3. Remember, this is rise over run. If it is a -3, we're going down 3. Down 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 points there. All I've got to do is plot a line through it. Okay. I'm going to bring it down so you can see it a little bit. There we go. Let's see if we need to do any others. Let's see, we've got page 212. Graph this equation. Y is equal to 4x minus 7. Y is equal to mx plus b. So my b is negative 7. My m is 4. When you're talking rise over run, the only thing I can put in the place of the run, only thing I can divide 4 by, not change it, is 1. So I rise 4 and I run 1. I start at negative 7 on the y-axis, that's down here. And then I go, what was my slope? 4 over 1. I go up 4 and over 1. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. Okay, that's all I've got to do. I could do it again if I wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. You'd see that all the points are going to be on the same line, no matter how many times you do this. Okay, so let's plot the points. Okay, there we got it. Now let's do another one. This is on page 212 through 213. Name the slope and y-intercept. The slope, so we've got y is equal to mx plus b. The slope is 5/2. The y-intercept, the b, is negative 4. Graph the known point, then use the slope to find the second one. Well, this is what we've been doing. On our b, on our y-axis, we go to negative 4. And then our slope is 5 over 2. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. Okay? And we draw our line. Get this one to move over a little bit so it'll go through it. There we go. And we've got a line. We've graphed our line. All you got to do is use your slope and the y-intercept. The y-intercept tells you where you start. Your slope tells you where you go. Okay, name the slope and the y-intercept and then graph it. If we've got the equation y is equal to mx plus b, your b is 6. Your y-intercept is 6. My slope is negative 3. Okay, so we start at 6 on the y-axis. Okay, we start at 6. And then we're rise over our run. This is negative 3. Our negative 3 is our rise. Our run, what can I divide negative 3 by and not change it? 1. So I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and I still go in the positive direction 1. You could do that again if you wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 1. You don't have to. I'm just showing you all your points would be in a line. Okay. And move this one so it gets where it should be. And we've plotted that one. This is on page 214. Y is equal to 1x plus 0, or, you know, the 0 doesn't matter if you're adding it. Y is equal to 1x, or you can get rid of the 1 because multiplying something by 1 doesn't change it. Y is equal to x, just period. What would be the slope? The slope would be 1. What's the y-intercept? It's 0. See, here's the equation. Y is equal to x. It's the same as this equation right here, okay? So we start at 0, and our slope is 1. We go up 1, over 1, because remember, a slope of 1, rise over run, you can divide it by 1 and not change it. Up 1, over 1. And then, guys, all you got to do is plot it. I'm going to bring it down, make it easier. There we go. All right, name the slope and y-intercept, graph the known point, use the slope to find another point. Okay, what we know we're dealing is y is equal to mx plus b, right? Y is equal to mx plus b. Our b is negative 5, so let's start at negative 5. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. okay? Then let's see what it tells us to do on the slope. The slope is 4/5, so we go up 4, up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And you can do that again if you wanted to. I'm just going to do it the one time and draw them through, and there we go. On this one, this is on page 225. Graph the equation y is equal to x plus 3. Name the slope and y-intercept. The y-intercept is 3. The slope, which is not shown there, is 1. Okay, when you can multiply 1 by anything and not change it. So your slope is 1. So for rise over run, that's 1 over 1. Let's start at 3. 1, 2, 3 on our y-axis. And then our slope is 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1. See, I'm just putting several points in here, so it'll be easier for me to actually draw a line. If the points are too close, sometimes it's hard to draw the line. Okay, there we go. And on this one, graph the equation y is equal to negative 4/3 x plus 4. Oops. This is y is equal to mx plus b. My b is 4. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. We go up to, on the y-axis, we go up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now our slope is negative 4/3. So we're going down 4 and over 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we're going to put our line through there. Okay. What if we've got y is equal to 5/2 x? Y is equal to mx plus b. Well, there's nothing there for b. That means you're adding 0. So you start at 0, and your slope is 5/2. On the y-axis, we start at 0. My slope is 5/2. I'd go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I go over 2. I can do that again if I want to draw the line. I think that's enough points probably for me to be able to draw through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the line. I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to bring it over here where it should be. Oops. I have to do the same thing up here. All right. I'm getting it there. There we go. Okay. Y is equal to 2x minus 6. Remember, y is equal to mx plus b. My b is negative 6, so I'd go down to negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And my slope was 2. 2 over 1. So from here, I go up 2 and over 1. Up 2 and over 1. Up 2 over 1. See, that's enough points, really, I think, that I can draw a line through. Okay. There's our line. Okay. Negative 5x plus 9. So our line's going to be going down. We've got y is equal to mx plus b. Our line's going down, but we're starting at 9 because our b is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on this y-axis. And what was our slope? Negative 5. So we're going down 5 and over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then over 1. And we draw our line. Okay, that's good enough. All right, have we done them all? I believe that was the last one. What we have done is we have used the equation y is equal to mx plus b to find our starting point on the y-axis. And then we've used our slope to find the next point. And you can draw several points using that. That's one way to plot your linear equations.